how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Happy Thanksgiving 2023. Make it a good one. Yeah, don't eat too much. Guess where I'm going? Right here, just a couple of blocks away from my house. And then I'm going to go back home and get on the e-bike. I'm going to the laundromat. Now, you say, why are you doing laundry, Baker, on Thanksgiving? I'll tell you why. I got no socks. I got no clean socks. How do you not have any clean socks when you got a whole box of socks? Where did my socks go? They're disappearing. I think Miss Tammy took them. She's always putting them on saying she's cold and not putting them back. So I had to actually, I'm embarrassed to tell you, take a pair out of my dirty clothes that I wore yesterday one time and put them on so I could put my tennis shoes on. So I was asking Teddy, I said, do you think Walmart's open? No. You know, and why should they be, right? It's Thanksgiving. But the day you need something, you know, you go so many days without even going to Walmart, and then when you need something, Publix, Walmart, everything in the world's closed. So what are you going to do? So you can do laundry and get you some clean socks, and you'll have some for later, because I'm going to need them for later. And I could have went to the gym. They were open till noon today. At least the gym was open. But it's 11 o'clock now. I'm not going to make it. I did go yesterday. I'll hit them up first thing in the morning. But I was busy this morning making a video on another review. Yes, a review. You'll be checking it out. And then today, I think I'm going to be chilling out at the house. They invited me last year, and I politely didn't accept. Thanksgiving, Jolene's making a turkey, and all the other folks that are around the property there are coming, and I'm going to enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner right there at the camper and right here at the house. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Right now I got to get this laundry in, and then I'll go back to the house, jump on that e-bike, which I'm so excited about riding every chance I can now, because it's really cool and the battery lasts forever. How about that beach cruise I took on the sand? That thing is a beast. I mean, it's got some power. You have no idea. That's hard sand to walk in. Your feet sink. There is no, if I was at Siesta Key Beach where it's really wide, or Daytona, where it's packed sand and, you know, cars drive on that up in Daytona, oh, that bike would be a dream. But I was in this really soft stuff, and I didn't even deflate the tires, and it went right through there. So I'm gonna probably let the tire pressure down and make another video about going on the beach with it and get somebody to video me. Maybe Miss Tammy will video me. But right now, it's time to do laundry. What else have I got back here I need to wash? Anything? I'm getting everything kind of cleared out of the crusher. It's still holding up pretty clean from my car wash that I got. She's running like a dream. She's big inside. I love this truck. And the camper, I'm keeping it like mint condition inside. I make my bed in the morning when I hit the ground. I swept the kitchen, the living room floor just a minute ago, and I need to buy a dustpan. I'm gonna get a small one. All I need is the tiniest one they got, because you can't just sweep it right out my front door or the back door, because there's a thing on the floor and there's a gap that it's all got to do with those steps, and everything will just go right underneath there. And I think I've already swept some stuff under there, so I got to figure out a way to get that out. Maybe I'll take my blower and blow on it, and then I'll have a dustpan to sweep everything to a pile and put it in the garbage. Anyway, I'm sure you're interested in all that. That's what I'm going to do. And got a guy walking up by me here. He looks like he's a jogger. He's out jogging. That's what I need to do. I need to get some exercise. It's a beautiful day. The temperature is 76 degrees in Boynton Beach. How about that? That is great. Oh, look at this. The crusher's got 39,997 miles. So she's going to hit 40,000 miles for Thanksgiving. $40,000 on a truck that's good for probably several hundred thousands of miles. So I'm all set in the vehicle department. I'm all set in the home department. I'm all set where I'm living at. I'm all set, with my being debt free. I'm all set with my health currently. I'm all set with Medicare on the 1st of December. I'm all set on getting a check every third of the month from Social Security, like clockwork at my bank. I'm all set on currently with a side hustle with YouTube, but if that peters out, I'll just simply go back to doing something else. And because, I'm adaptable, I will adapt. But everything in all those boxes are checked, and I couldn't be happier. I'm very thankful to today. I'm going to say it right now. First of all, I'm thankful to the good Lord. First and foremost, before anything and anyone, He's the one that provides everything that we all have. He's providing our country being a free country. He's providing the air that we breathe. He's providing the beauty that we see. And He's providing all your gizzards to keep working today. And so as long as today is today, until your head hits the pillow tonight, go ahead and give the good Lord thanks, even before the big meal today, that He has provided so much for you, for your entire life. Not just all year or this week, your entire life. And that if tomorrow comes and He so blesses you to wake up tomorrow, that He will continue to provide for you. And we know He will if we seek Him first in everything. Also, of course, with all the blessings that He's given me and the doors He's opened, I'm personally thankful for each and every one of you wonderful souls out there, you 61,000+ subscribers that watch the Sarasota Tim YouTube videos. Of course, not all 61,000 subscribers are viewing every video, or I would have 61,000 views on each video. So I don't know how that works and whatever, but I guess people check in and out and whatever it is. But I appreciate each and every one of you because, you really don't know me intimately. You see what you see and what I give you. I really don't know you because I even have less. I just have your comments. I don't even get to see you. Some of you are friends of me on Facebook, and I see your posts, I see your pictures. But, you don't need a whole lot more than that to really know if you've got good fruit, if the person is good people, if the person is good. And I know that all of you are such good people because you're no different than me. You put your pants on one leg at a time. You want to stay healthy. You want to be happy. You want to have your family. You want to have, all the things like I want. You want to be successful. You want to go and have fun. You're just the same as me. We're like-minded. And I like the videos when we make them where we do come together much closer. Like the video yesterday, reminiscing about the old times and the old Thanksgivings. And we're going to make some more of those where we're going to talk about times past and what things were. I'll think of some good ideas. And I know that they're fun to reminisce about. And I'm not just making a video about it. I'm actually reminiscing myself so I can just verbally, say it out loud, video it, and then I'll get your feedback because I can't be with each and every one of you at one time. But I can in the comments. And I hope you keep the comments coming. I hope you stick around. I wish you nothing but the best for the holidays coming up and the coming years. I wish that each and every one of you that are watching the videos regarding some product reviews, that you take it, with a grain of salt and do your own research. And maybe if that's something that you would like to get, whether it be a solar generator or a battery or a e-bike or whatever else that I might share with the world, that if something like that helps you know more information about it, I pray that it does. And then also, I hope that, if you're looking and thinking about doing Social Security and you're trying to figure out how you can get a side hustle and you're wanting to do your insurance for your health, because although I never had health insurance my entire life, the fact that I'm going to get it on December 1st, it is a peace of mind. It's never been that important to me when I was younger because I felt I was invincible and I was young and I've always been healthy my entire life. But now that my gizzards are getting older and I'm going to be 65 in a few weeks, there is that probability of things giving out. Old parts, need to be replaced. And it would be nice to know that I have an insurance plan, whether it's the one that you choose called supplement or whether it's the one that I chose called Advantage plan. It's insurance and they work and they'll take the burden off of you financially. So I pray that you have the right insurance, the right health. I pray that each and every one of you can heed the advice of, becoming more of a minimalist, becoming a less is more person. The minimalist word brings some pushback from some in the community because they want to define it their way instead of my way. But I'll just start saying, be the less is more person. I'm a less is more person, and when you get in your garage and in your home and in your closet, just start doing that less is more program. Just start looking at everything that you own and taking it and looking at it and saying, do I use you? And if not, get rid of it. Sell it. Do something, make your life less clutter. Make it a goal. This is not New Year's or New Year's resolution. It should be a goal every day to declutter your mind. And, we all fail. We get out here, we're driving, we get upset because people don't know how to drive and it pushes our blood pressure. Just let them go around, practice more patience. And just like in the comments section, I get my share of less than kind comments. I'm just going to let it roll off my back like water off a duck. I can't control what people say or do. My videos are worldwide public and people have the right to sit there and type what they want. I love the vast majority of them. The 99.999% of the comments are lovely. And so that's fantastic. But I do pray and hope that you'll declutter your mind. And let's say that you've got some bad vices. I know I have. Every time I get rid of one bad vice, I've got a new bad vice. Like the old saying is, once you get rid of your weakest link, you have a new weakest link. So it's always a process. Well, let's say maybe you need to cut back on that drinking. Maybe you need to eschew it completely. Maybe you're smoking too many cigarettes. They're very expensive, and we all know what they do for you. Now, you're going to say, well, Baker, before you start preaching to everybody else, what about all that sugar you eat and them Diet Cokes you drink and all that? Amen. I will. I hear you. And I don't get mad. Every time I read one, I'm like, what can I do? I need to do it. I need to heed that advice. Come on. How many more years can my gizzards take that gasoline they put in Diet Coke? And sugar, the worst thing in the face of the earth that's just terrible for you. So I too am going to start trying to find my new weakest link and improve. So let's do it together. Let's testify about it together. Let's constantly encourage one another together. You teach me in the comments. I'll share what I can in videos. And then let's keep our minds focused on positivity. Let's do less of the things that we know very well are not healthy, whether it be food, things you listen to, people that you are hanging around with. If you hang out in an outhouse long enough, you're going to come out stinking. You tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you all about yourself. You show me your garden, and I'll tell you what you planted. Is that enough analogies for you? So, if you want your life to be better, don't do this mistake. And so many people do it, and I've been guilty too. You can get other people's opinions and check reviews online and on YouTube about things like that, but take it in, like so many of you remind each other in the comments when I talk about Social Security. Don't let anyone, including me, or other commenters, or in your personal life, your friends, your family, influence you from doing what you know you should do in your heart. And if you pray about it, I think God's going to give you that nudge and show you. Sleep on things, think about things, put it to prayer. But don't put a lot of stock in people. People don't care about you a lot of times. People don't want you to do any better than them. People get hateful. People are jealous. People are sinful, fallen nature creatures. Right here's one looking at you. And we all are. But we can improve. So unless it's somebody that genuinely has your best interest, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, don't ignore people that want the best for you, that help you. But listen, not everybody's going to give you the best advice. Not by a long shot. So keep that in mind. And that propaganda on that box, I haven't watched it. I forget how long it's been now. I forget how long it's been since I quit drinking. I forget how long it's been since some of the good things that I've tried to do in my life, that I've been rewarded by God because of those things. But there are a whole list, as long as my leg, of other things that need vastly improved in my life. So I'm not going to come off as some pious, pompous, angel. But I have, and I try to encourage you because I see what's happening in my own life. I see the benefits. I see the rewards. I see the self-esteem. And you can have it too. I'm not exclusive, and I'm living the best life. I mean, my life is good. Do I want somebody else's life? Do I covet other people? We're all guilty of that. We can all look over the other side of the yard and say, oh, I wish what I had that he has or she has, or their home or their car or their bank account or their body or their looks. We're all, that's because of the media. That's because of the world, the sinful things that are running in this world, the evilness that are telling you that you need to covet, that you need to be jealous of this person. You need it more than they need it. You should have it. You need God. You need to be thankful. I need to be thankful. I need God. That's all. That's all we need. He knows what you need better than you know what you need. And He will provide needs that what you thought you needed pale and far don't even come close to comparing to the needs that He's going to fulfill in your life, to the happiness that He can bring. People are always searching for happiness, and they want to seek it through money, sex, things, Botox, you name it, all kinds of stuff. This is going to make me happy. This new suit, this new shirt, these new shoes, this new car, this new RV. And while there is a certain amount of, happiness that you get and changing of your life and makes you more comfortable, it's short-lived. True happiness is being enthused about something all the time that doesn't go down. And what can give you more than that? Than the living spring of spirit in you that you get from knowing your God, you get from knowing the Father. And today, before a lot of people have their meal, I pray they don't just dive in and start eating. At least one time during the year, just like people do on Easter, at least one time, go to church, make a prayer before you eat and thank God, not just for that meal, but for everything that you've got. Because just think what it would be like if later that day or tomorrow or next week is your time to have a very, very bad situation. If you don't lose your life, but just a disease, a life-changing, somebody close to you, things can happen. Pray that you can stay happy. Pray that you stay safe. Pray that God is always overlooking you. And when you talk to Him every day, I think that you're going to be safer than when you forget about Him and you just kind of do your own thing. I know I always go off on a tangent when I start talking like this and it's all about God. Well, I can't help it. I am a Christian. I was raised from the time I was a boy to believe in God. I went to church. I was a Southern Baptist, although I've visited many denominations of church, all in the Christianity realm. But that's not saying, and I know the Bible, and people can argue that there's only one and all that, one way and one thing, but I do believe that people that have a spiritual belief of whatever you carry, whether it be Judaism, Catholicism, Buddhism, and the thousands of other religions I think that are out there. There's thousands, I think, hundreds. If in your heart the Creator, God Almighty, the one true God, sees that you're at least trying to follow a God, Him, I think that you're going to be in, because it's only those that reject and call it nonsense that I'm not even going to go there, but it's really sad to me how some, and it doesn't take long to find them. When you start talking like this, they come right out of the woodwork, man. They come right out. Disparaging and denouncing. I mean, I would be afraid that God would strike me dead or something bad would happen to me, because you can't do that. So God is the key. That's what you got to be thankful for. All the other stuff is just gravy. He's providing all that. You don't even have to ask Him what you need. He already knows. He's just sitting there waiting before He calls you home each and every day, looking down on each one of us with His omnipotence and His way that He can actually be in each one of our hearts through the Holy Spirit. He's in there living, and He's listening. And all you have to do is talk to Him in your mind. You can even say it out loud if you want, in the privacy of your own closet or your own space, and talk to Him and thank Him and ask Him for guidance and direction. Ask Him to keep you safe when you go to the store. Ask Him for everything. It just puts a big smile on His face, I'm sure of it, because that's all He talks about in His Word is love. Love is the first and most important thing of everything. And I've learned that, and I haven't always been, and I know you haven't always been a loving person. But something happens to us, and I'll close. Something happens to us as we do get older. Have you noticed the wise guy, young man, the teenager, the adolescent, the 30, the 40-year-old, the 50-year-old, the 60-year-old, the 70-year-old? Have you noticed the demeanor and their attitude and their cockiness, how it changes as they become older and wiser and maybe closer with God? You don't see that 70-year-old or that 65-year-old running around shooting off at the mouth at everybody. I mean, there are, I'm sure, but you get better, thank God. You get better. You learn. If you don't learn, then you're hopeless, I guess, because there's no helping you. You're just entrenched. You've got a hardened heart. But if you just start seeking every day and, doing like a lot of the things we talk about on the channel here, clean that garage, clean those closets, clean your house, declutter, stop watching the media. When you purge all that out and you got all this new vacuum, this new room to allow God and goodness and the Holy Spirit to come in you, the more you're going to rapidly see that change and that morph of the old you and becoming a new creature, so that you can become, and you'll have to make some tough decisions. I'm talking about people that you'll have to stop hanging around. It could even be relatives. I mean, you have to put yourself, you can't keep living in that influence. It's very powerful. You can't read certain things. You can't watch things on TV because you're just human. God isn't going to come down and force you to be, turn your head around and clog your ears. He gives you choice, but He's always right there. He's always right here. He's on the right side. And all you got to do is seek Him first, and you'll start crushing it.